Hi everybody, Ira Miller here with Homes Around the Village's YouTube channel, and I am Realty. I've realized after making hundreds and hundreds of videos that I've never really made a video about myself and who I am. I really kind of expected all those videos that I made to kind of portray that and show everybody out there who I am, what I can do, what I do, the experience that I have, and that sort of thing, and for you to make your own observation and understanding of who I am and what I do. But I've never really made a video just kind of breaking it all down. Now, I'm sure as all you have seen when I make my videos and you first watch my videos, you'll see my licenses kind of go across the screen and little red circles going around them to kind of let you know what I do, but I've never really kind of explained what all that is that you're seeing. So those licenses that you see are my broker's license, my contractor's license, and my home inspector license. So I feel like a real estate agent like myself, who has all of this experience, that has all these licenses, has all this tenure, over 24 years of working here in the villages. There's nobody else out there. There's no other agent that I can think of that has the experience, the education, and the tenure that I have. So I just wanted to make a little video about that. So first of all, let me just explain to you that early on, when I was first starting out in life, I went to Broward Community College. Broward Community College down in Fort Lauderdale. I studied architectural technology, and I drafted and learned how to work for an architect and do drawings, and that's kind of what I did for many years of my life until I decided I wanted out of the office. I wanted to get into the field. So that's when I started doing trim carpentry, rough carpentry. I even did roofing for a period of time. And then I decided after doing all that that I was ready to do something else with that experience. So what did I do? I went ahead and I formed a company called Owner Builder Construction Management. I thought, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and help other people who want to build their own homes and just help them manage their project. Well, the city wasn't going to have that. The permitting department wasn't going to allow me to do that without a contractor's license. So I ultimately went and got my contractor's license and continued with my owner builder construction management, but realizing that I needed to go ahead and get out there and start building homes for other people myself. And that's what I did. So over the course of many years, I went ahead and built homes in and around the Ocala area. Well, during that period of time, I went and got my real estate license. After a while, I decided I really wasn't happy with owning my own business, and I just wanted to go ahead and go to work for another contractor, and I thought there's no better place to go to work for a contractor than here in the villages. So I came to the villages, I filled out an employment application, I put construction superintendent right in there, and I don't know, as an afterthought, I put / real estate sales because I did have my real estate license, and I really wanted the contractor superintendent position, but thought if I couldn't get that, maybe they'll pick me up as a real estate agent, which ultimately they did, and the rest is history. So going into that, that was back in 2000, and I started working for the village's sales office from 2000 to 2009. I got all that experience with selling new homes and pre-owned homes in that 9 years of working for properties of the villages. So I left in 2009, and I went ahead and got into the MLS world of real estate and realized what a difference there was, a contrasting difference of working for myself as an independent agent versus working as a sales agent where the villages told you what you had to do every second of the day. And I was much happier working in the MLS world. Fast forward 15 years, well actually not so much 15 years because I've had my broker's license for about 5 years now, but just now I've decided to go ahead and open up my own brokerage because after 24 years I thought I wanted to give away my experience of what I have gained in that 24 years of working in real estate, so I opened up my own office. So let me tell you what all of this does for you. This actually gives you access to me, who is a real estate broker, who has a contractor's license, and also I went and got my home inspector license back in 2012, and I bring that experience to you as well. Now let me tell you a little bit about my home inspector experience. Back in 2012, the DBPR, which is the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation, said all contractors, if they want to get their home inspector license, they can be grandfathered in, but they're cutting it off in 2012. So I went ahead and got my home inspector license. But not only did I do that, but I went to a school called IFREC, which is the Institute of Florida Real Estate Careers, and for 2.5 weeks or 120 hours I went through their home inspector school and I got all that experience. I just didn't want to feel like a fraud saying I was a home inspector when I never went through the schooling for it, even though as a contractor I felt like I had more than enough experience to do it. But anyways, it just made me feel better knowing I had the 120 hours towards that home inspector license. So that's what I'm saying. I bring all that to you, and I feel like there's no other realtor out there who brings the experience that I have to you. So what does all that experience do? Okay, so when we're looking at houses, I have a trained eye, and I can look at homes and I can see things that the average layperson wouldn't ever see. I have seen termite droppings coming out of a wall before, and I've actually gone down, I've taken the cover off the outlet, and out of that electrical outlet you can see where there was a lot of termite damage. I showed the homeowner, we are out of there. I can see if there's if the windows line up correctly. There's a lot of things that I bring to looking at homes that the average person would never see. So I bring that to you to help you, because what does that do? What do square windows do? When you go to get window shades or you go to get plantation shutters, you need to make sure that your windows are square. That's just one experience. Now I also use my experience in doing walkthroughs. So as everybody may or may not know, the day before closing, we always do a walkthrough to make sure that everything is in working condition according to what the real estate contract says. Well, I've actually gone through and done walkthroughs and found that there were some repairs that weren't done that the seller was supposed to do. I have found things that home inspectors have missed that they should have picked up in the original home inspection when they did that, and we went ahead and made sure that the seller made those necessary repairs. So that is the experience that I bring that I feel nobody else out there can bring what I do. On top of that, my real estate experience, what does that do for you? That negotiation experience that I have done over selling over 1,000 homes, I bring that to you. I am a master negotiator. And so when we go to make an offer on a home, I make sure you get the best price at the best terms in that contract, because I have all that experience in doing so. And there's also many addendums that I use to try to get you that best price with those best terms. All right, so if you are looking for, in my estimation, the best real estate agent in this area, you should call me. My number is 352-204-9026. You can call or text to that number. There's one other point that I want to make in this video, and that's the Village's sales office. The Village's sales office has what's called the VLS, the Village's listing system. People, or I should say realtors like me in the MLS, cannot sell Village's listings. The Villages do not belong to the Board of Realtors. They do not belong to the MLS. And that's a whole nother video that I should make as to why that is a detriment. But anyways, to stay on topic, I will go ahead and show a Village's home if there's one out there that my buyer might identify and want to see. I'll simply call the listing agent and say, hey, this is Ira Miller with I Am Realty. I have a customer that'd like to show your home. Can we please make an appointment to see this home? That listing agent will go over, open the door for us. We'll go through, and I'll go through with you and use all that experience that I just talked about for you. If you like that home, then that agent has to go ahead and write that contract for you. But let me tell you one thing you may not know. All agents, every single sales agent in the Village's sales office, called Properties of the Villages, is a seller's agent. They are not a buyer's agent, no matter what they say. Their fiduciary responsibility is to their seller. They are legally bound by that as the developer, and every single one of their agents there are seller's agents. So if you ask them, hey, are you a buyer's agent or a seller's agent? They will tell you they are seller's agents, but they'll tell you, I'll go ahead and I'll operate in the best capacity I can for you. Listen, you really need the proper representation. You need a buyer's agent. And that's another reason why I'm making this video today. I am offering myself for a fee to be your buyer's agent should you decide you want to buy a home that is listed through the Villages. Now, as your buyer's agent, again, I'll go through, I'll look over the home with you, I'll make sure that you get the best advice as to the condition of that home. I'll look over their contract. They have their own contracts over there. They don't use the Florida real estate FAR contract, which is the contract that everybody uses in the state of Florida when they sell a home. The Villages have formulated their own contract. So I'll go over all the closing costs with you, as well as I'll go over that contract with you to make sure that there's nothing detrimental to you. And then lastly, what I'll do is I will do the walkthrough for you. So we'll go ahead and do a walkthrough the day before closing, make sure any repairs that were done are done correctly, and they're done, and make sure that there's nothing else missing. Because what we'll do is we will get our own home inspector. We're not going to let the Villages choose your home inspector. We're going to get an independent home inspector, and we'll go ahead and hire that home inspector, get them to go out there and do the inspection of that home. And then, like I said, I'll go behind that home inspector and make sure that everything is right and we don't miss anything. So if you would like to use me as your buyer's agent, like I said, I'm here for you, and for a fee, I'll go ahead and represent you as your buyer's agent and make sure that you're protected. So give me a call at 352-204-9026 if I can help you with purchasing a Villages home. Now you can text me or call me on that number. You could also email me with any questions. So that's ira@imrealty.org. You can email me or call or text to 352-204-9026. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. I think this is a video really that's been long in coming, and I should have made probably a long time ago. I just started thinking about what can I do for my buyer and what's ever in the best interest of my buyer, and give you the extreme customer service that you deserve. So thanks again for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in all my other videos on Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel.